So I think we're about done with it. Yesterday finished up most of the stuff. Now, where we put the J-rail back on, the J-rail was damaged taking it off, and I let the Eternabond tape come out farther than I originally intended. I did that on purpose because I just absolutely do not want another leak. And I ran that seam all the way around. I'm not really concerned about the aesthetics of it now. I just want it dry. The strip I put across before I put the gutter back on, it seems to be doing well. I haven't got back up in a couple of weeks and checked everything, but the first two times I did, everything was good. Sealed all around the compartment, a little heavy, but I don't want any leaks. I think the front came out pretty good. We got the decal lined back up pretty well. Same thing with this one. Did pretty good on this side, but this side the tape comes out a little bit farther. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the aesthetics of it at all. I just want it dry. And underneath, we got it lit back up. I reinforced where the bed hinges. It was really weak right there. The hinges were bent almost double. It didn't work very good. So I reinforced that. I really didn't want to add a lot of weight to this because my half-ton Ram really doesn't like to pull it. But I felt like that was a necessary addition. This side we really didn't have any leak issues with, but I am going to replace. I'm going to pull that gutter and I'm going to Eternabond that seam too. So we did a couple of additions in here. We bought some small nightstands and put them together as a wardrobe across here. Yeah, you compromise a little bit of foot room, but there's not a lot to begin with. This was a new memory foam before we located the leak. That's actually how we found the leak. We added this small fan because we're not skinny and we don't like to be hot. So the wall, the section to the left of that batten strip was the original like this, but we could not find this pattern without ordering 6 months ago. That wasn't an option. So we found the texture. And then we painted what we felt would be a pretty good color in here, and I kind of think it does it all right. I don't know, it seems like it does to me. There was some issue as to whether we were going to paint this wall or not, so we taped everything off, and I think we're pretty happy with it. I need to put some caulking around my crown molding to hide all my mistakes. I still got to put wood putty and hide my nail holes. I did set them, but I need to do something with them. I built this because I came out of this plug. This is basically a junction box. It is wired, but I'd only put something very low wattage there. And then this switch is for the fan I added that does have a LED light. I can fit under it, but I get my hair combed when I do. The wardrobes went back in, not really like I would have liked them, but I'm still going to do a little more trim work. We haven't decided what we're going to do with the nightstands. They were carpeted. Neither one of us felt really groovy about that because of hair and dander and all that. She did have me put a cat door in that one. She's going to put the cat's litter box in there to be serviced outside of that hatch door. And that was a 30-minute ordeal that turned into 2.5 days. I replaced the shelf with 1x because it was ruined. Lights back up under there. The other wardrobe was in pretty good shape. This one had some damage. I did as best I could with it. I replaced some of the interior pieces, but for what you see, it's not bad. The ceiling, we found the texture that we needed, but we wound up having to paint the entire ceiling. First, we painted this down piece brown like this wall, but it really didn't look right. So then we repainted to match the ceiling, and I'm a little bit happier with it, and I know she is. So I've just got to put all of our window dressings up. Got a little more molding issues to do in here. All the window stuff there. The floor turned out pretty good. I'm not a flooring guy. The reason we went with that style was it was 50 cents a linear foot compared to, I think it was 89, something like that, to carry this Pickwick design on in there. But this was a pretty expensive project for us. Hopefully the company that we bought it from have told us that they will help us with the material. But I haven't turned in any receipts yet because I wanted to do it all at one time. I don't want to be told I'm nickel and diming someone to death. So this week we have to finish everything up. We'll be in this full time come Saturday. That's coming quick. Today is Christmas Eve, and we'll be in it the day before New Year's Eve. And then the following week, I'll get with the company we bought it from and turn in receipts and see if they're going to do anything. It's nice not having the mattress in here anymore. We didn't really realize how much room we had in here until we got the mattress out of the way. I've tested everything else. Furnace is good. Fridge is good. Stove is good. Water is good. AC is good. Stereo works. Slide scares the daylights out of me because as a mechanic, everything should be on right angles, and when you're sliding this in or out, it looks like it wants to turn a somersault. So I'm sure there are issues there, but we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. This is not what I do for a living, but I was fortunate to have some help and some advice and some instruction along the way. And I think it turned out pretty good. Good enough for us. I mean, we don't live an extravagant lifestyle, and we're more on things about, usefulness and what'll work for us. Kind of like adding these 3 little gems in there. So, wish us luck. I think we're getting all our stuff ready to load it up. And see if we can bend the frame double. Very mindful of weight. So next few days we're just getting everything out of the house and getting the stuff we need in here, and Saturday morning we'll hook up to it and go put it in the campground, and we'll be full timers. All right, thanks everybody.